So one thing that's particularly striking about being in Washington on Inauguration Day weekend is just how many streets and sidewalks are closed off for security reasons. There's no traffic on any of these streets. Now I know it's Sunday, but still, like, there's barricade fences everywhere.
It's the day before Inauguration Day, 2025, and the streets of Washington, D.C. are filled with cars. Well, as long as you'll settle for police cars.
More empty streets here in D.C. Except perhaps for cop cars going the wrong way down the road.
The streets are barricaded, and unless you have the proper security paperwork and a valid reason, you're not going to be driving down most of the streets in the central area. Perimeter fencing and security gates are the order of the day. There are fences everywhere. There had been trouble from agitators the last time that Trump was sworn in, and it looks like this time the authorities are prepared, and they're going to make sure that anything that might happen can be contained. The fencing goes on, and on, and on, and on some more. The security measures are understandable, but still, the city feels almost dystopian. The soundtrack for all of this is the nearly interminable blaring of sirens echoing down the empty canyons of these vacant streets.
Some sort of a motorcade coming by.
Motorcades speed through the non-existent traffic, still blasting their sirens, almost as if to gain attention. I wonder who they might be ferrying. Might it be an official from the outgoing administration, attending to last-minute business, or even just enjoying one final ride of prestige before the transition of power? As I get close to the White House, I try to get a picture. After all, I'm a tourist, and that's what tourists do, right? Apparently, today was not going to be my lucky day.
Here on the corner of 17th and Pennsylvania, if I look back, you can see the reviewing stand for the parade over there. The White House would be directly over where that Secret Service car is.
From this point, on the north side of Lafayette Square, the view was blocked by foliage and by the reviewing stand which had been set up on Pennsylvania Avenue for the parade.
So I think those are reviewing stands in front of the White House. That would be on Pennsylvania Avenue. I see workers up there. The White House has been visible kind of through the trees. But right here at 16th Street, definitely a parade stand in the way, blocking the view. This city is locked down. Sadly, I believe this is as close as I'm going to be able to get to the White House today.
And while this was probably the closest I would get, I would eventually find a place where I could get an unobstructed view of the White House, even though the view would be from further away.
So this looks like the cleanest view you can get of the White House. At least there's no fence in my way. Look at all those geese there on the south lawn. This is on Constitution Avenue. the executive office building, the home of the vice president.
Actually, I was wrong about that. The office of the vice president is here, but the vice president's home is actually up at the Naval Observatory. Check out the incredible architecture on the Eisenhower Executive Office building. It was built to house the War Department and the Navy Department, along with the State Department. So when it opened in 1888, it was known as the Swan Building. This architecture style is called French Second Empire style, and I think I can see some resemblance. This building would look right at home in Paris. This street here is Pennsylvania Avenue, and this street closure here is not just an inauguration provision. This particular block has been closed to traffic since the month after the bombing of the federal building in Oklahoma City way back in 1995. However, the street is open to pedestrians normally, so you can walk up and get a good view of the White House. However, that was not the case today. The few streets which are still open to traffic are a nightmare. Fortunately, today's Sunday on a 3-day holiday weekend, because otherwise, traffic just looked miserable.
The few streets that are open to traffic are just clogged. People trying to get across town.
Some people got tired of waiting and decided to bail out and look for another route. I want to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider clicking the thumbs up, and if you enjoy my content, I'd be honored to have you as a subscriber. This is Postcard Dan saying, thanks for watching.